Come on, come on. It is a beautiful Raymond Athletic Complex here in beautiful Berea, Ohio, where the weather's going to be in the 40s yet again. Dear goodness. But have no fear, we're still playing some D3 softball, and it will be a doubleheader today. Unfortunately, I won't be able to do the second game due to night class commitments, but have no fear, it should be a blast nonetheless in this first game. First pitch will be coming up in about 10 minutes from now, so while we wait, we'll see who comes out top. You see the two umpires right there. They're right for today. Coach Spencer right for today as well. See him right there. He does a good job. I don't know if you could tell, folks, but we're nationally ranked. You probably could tell by the title of the video, number 25 in the country. First time in, I believe, 6 years we've been ranked in the country. Oh, how sweet it feels. 21-2, 11-1 in OIC play. The only loss in OIC play was the pesky, and I repeat, very pesky Muskingum. And what was a dandy of a contest? A dandy of a doubleheader, obviously, even though we wound up splitting it, which made me sad. Excuse me, folks, just have to turn up the brightness a wee bit. Grove City, they're 11-3 in conference play, 20-7 on the regular season, 20-7. So, is it going to be a worthy opponent or whatnot? We will see in the future. By the future, I mean in about a couple minutes. And that makes some noise out there, the softball team. Anybody looking forward to this one? And why not? We have just been doing phenomenal all season long. Just cannot lose. We don't know how to lose except to Muskingum and another school, of course. But aside from that, won every other game. Tommy Marin for WHBW. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon. Been a fun season. We might host the OAC softball tournament. I'm just saying we may host the NCAA tournament in softball. Who would have thunk it? I know, absolutely insane when you stop and think about it. But the good guys just doing incredible right now. No complaints from me. No complaints from Tom Spencer, the head coach. No complaints from anybody. Not even the players would be complaining. I think we still got a lot of fun stuff left. You see the ongoing traffic right there. But this ain't about the traffic. It's about the softball game. We will see who wins this one. Who is the head coach for the Grove City Wolverines? That'll be Kristen Kramer. Kramer, she is in her 11th season. She's assisted by Beth Campbell. Of course, Tom Spencer's 21st, previously an assistant to Coach Jerry Harris' great basketball teams of so many years, including, of course, this year where we made to the Elite Eight, but he's not the associate head coach anymore. The assistants to Mr. Spencer, Jeff Wodovic, Madeline Thomas, Jeff Morganti, and Grace Bowman. So everybody's still talking things over. Grove City getting ready for the big game out here, the big games, I ought to say. After all, it is a doubleheader. I assume Marissa will be in the circle for the good guys, like she usually is. She does a dandy. Talked to Marissa today, told her go get them, and I definitely believe she will. But anyways, we're still waiting for the game to begin. Jeff is our public address announcer, Jeff Miller. Still yet to hear from him as we hear him. Let's listen. Yep, it's time to begin this show here in beautiful Berea. Weather is cooperating in everything but the temperature. Once again, it's Marissa Hall in the circle, Brady Bricker catching for us. The outfield looks like this. Stuff Moran's out at left. Lexi Coggins at center. Sam Peterkoski at right, if I'm not mistaken. And looking at everything else, third, that would be Mia. Short looks to be Lucia, I believe, versus Joey. I know that. I can't tell who's second right now. I apologize. I'll know in a minute. Well, Sabrina Burke, that too. Sabrina Burke. My apologies. What I want to apologize for is if we win today. That's an F. This is a tough team. Once again, they're 20-7 on the season. They have Evelyn Montone leading off. Montone ready, and here we go. Marissa's all ready as well. Again, here we go. Jackets, Wolverines. First pitch is fouled. Great to have you aboard. Time is your play-by-play announcer. That ball is landing right there. All in one. Marissa, very dominant pitcher, as we all know by now. She's getting ready once again. Here comes her 0-1. This one's lobbed in there, and it's 0-2. Good pitch right there to the right-handed hitting left fielder in Montone. Evelyn Montone waiting. And that one wisely laid off, making it 1-2. Everyone on this team is right-handed except for number 6, of course, as we're waiting the 1-2. Hot shot in the left. Good catch on the run. Frozen rope. Sam got there. One gone. And excuse me, number 6 is Katie Galmarini. Galmarini, I apologize. It looks to be Alexis Jackson, I want to say. Foul ball, 0-1. Looks like they have last names on the backs of their jerseys. Not every day you see that, folks. In D3. Alexis Jackson of Coventry Comets, so this isn't that far from where she's from. And she's looking silly on that one. 0-2. She tried to swing up in the zone, that is. Getting all ready once again. It's nothing in 2-1 gone here. And Marissa, not going to strike her out yet. A waste pitch, but it's okay. Christian 60 feet from home plate to first. And the fences aren't that deep. Well, we do see a fair share of home runs as a 1-2. Oh, what are you swinging at? 2 gone. Good pitch right there by Marissa. Looks like it's Abigail Matters. Abigail Matters fouls it back 0-1. First pitch for each 3 at-bats have been foul balls. Abigail Matters. Matters is a sophomore. And the pitch coming up. Swing and a miss again. Marissa just making it look almost too easy. Almost way too easy. 2 gone here in the first. Marissa ready. Here she comes. And a waste pitch as Bridie had to really reach out to get that. Backhanded at least 1-2. There we go. Matters is waiting. 1-2 coming up. That one low. It's all right. It is indeed all right. You still got 2 strikes on her. That's what I'm concerned about, folks. 2 gone in the first inning. And it's 0-0 as you might expect early on as the pitch coming up. And that is not going to get her. 3-2 full count after it was once upon a time. Nothing and 2. Matters trying to get on base. Marissa does not want that, of course. Neither do we. Payoff. And she will get on base. Might get 2 out of that. Misjudged by the outfielders. Throw down a second to beauty, but she's well in there. Lexi gunned it in. Can't tell who's up for them. I'm Covert. Watch a strike 101. So they will have 1 hit bare minimum today. A double into the left center field gap. Matters at second. Covert the batter. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. That's nothing in 2 once more. This time she's trying to get that out. Marissa Hall. Of course, she does a good job. And the 0-2 coming up. Upstairs, another waste. It's all right, 1-2. There's a reason why they call them waste pitches. No need to panic. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Against that once again. Here it comes. Lobs one out to shallow center. That'll be a base hit. The runner's not going as Lexi gets it in quickly. So now, all of a sudden, after we have 2 strikes, 2 out, no one on, they have a threat. What's to be Noel Anthony? Anthony from Clarion High School in Clarion, Pennsylvania. I believe that's 13. That would indeed be Noel Anthony. Strike 1. There we go. 0-1. Uh-oh, lost my papers. That would have been disastrous. As here comes the 0-1. Found, and again an 0-2 count. But this time, can we get the out? is the question. That will be something we will see in just a bit. 0-2. Ooh, not going to get her there. 1-2. Looks mighty close. Of course, we are yet to drop a home game. We're 6-0 on the season. Having slapped all three doubleheaders at home. And this one's hit in the air out to right. Easy play. Second baseman calls off everybody. Good catch there by Sabrina. And Marissa dodges the danger. Sabrina Burke, the junior from London High School in Ohio. Not England, of course. There are probably a bunch of high schools in London, England. In fact, I don't even know how their schooling works. I know it's significantly different over there. What I also know is that we have to bat. It is 0-0 heading into the round of the first. Nice effort by the Wolverines trying to get something going. Could not cash in a run despite having a runner at third and matters. And Covert was on at first, in case you didn't know. But anyways, it's been a good one for us. I hope you're enjoying this game, folks. On WHBW, there's a lot more where that came from because tomorrow will be a Highland softball game, followed by a Highland boys lacrosse game, and then after that it will be on Friday women's lacrosse for BW. After that it will be some BW softball, the second game against, I believe, Otterbein, if I'm not mistaken. Looks like Matters will be pitching. She stands at 6'2" and is a sophomore from Champion High School out in Warren. Sam, who's an on-base machine, is coming off. Alrighty, Sam Peterkoski. They're playing in for the left-handed left fielder as she's going to bloop one foul, way out of play. 0-1 is the count. Getting set here, the pitch. Who she ran up and she wisely lays it off 1-1. Chilly day to say the least, but at least the sun's out. Matters ready. Second baseman really in as there's a roller to first and foul. She may back up a little bit. Sam Peterkoski, the left fielder for the Brown and Gold Brigade. She's waiting. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and there's one up the middle and now into left center. That might be 3 as that goes all the way to the wall. Sam is indeed thinking 3, and she's going to slide head first in there. All right, that's a great start. Sam Peterkoski doing what she does best. Now it's Lucia Wolford. Lucia does a dandy. Sam at third, ain't nobody out. 0-0 score. Strike 1 to Lucia. Now again, second Matters. She's going to let it go. There's one out to right that could cash in a run if it's fair. It's just foul. I don't even know if I would try to catch that if I were the right fielder. I probably would have let that thing go sit down in foul territory. I don't think she was going to get there anyways. Abigail Matters is indeed the one of the circle as the pitch coming up as a check swing blooper. Shallow left. It is caught. Kyla Campbell on the catch. It's now Maddie Lester's turn to bat. Maddie does a good job, as we all know by now. First pitch, ball one. Sam on at third here, one gone. Gotta get her in any way, shape, or form. We'll see what Maddie does here. As the 1-0 coming up is in there, 1-1. Good guys, 0. Wolverines, 0. Bottom half of the first. And now the pitch coming up, Maddie. Ooh, she's in a 1-2 hole all of a sudden. Lots of chatter going on in the dugout of ours. We patrol the third base dugout. They have the first base dugout, the visitors. 2-2, misses outside and high. Maddie just needs to hit a ball in the outfield, and we should be good. As if it's not shallow outfield. All right, good job to fight that thing foul. Of course, the best thing about the Raymond Athletic Complex compared to the good old Fisher Field, no cars are in danger. Always broadcasting, it usually seems like a car is going to get crushed. Catch made. Oh, Sam really thought about tagging as nobody was home. It's up to Jillian. That's a fact. We'll see if she can do it or whatnot. So first pitch coming up. Ball one. Sam at third with a leadoff triple. And nothing happened. A bloop out to second or short, not second. And then a pop out to first, and now it's 1-1. Campbell caught it at short. Can't tell who's first from this angle, but I can tell you it is 1-1 to Jillian. She's going to foul that one back, making it 1-2. So now she's a strike away from getting out of this inning unharmed after we really started off pretty good. 1-2 coming up, Jillian. Rules one foul towards Coach Spencer. Well, boy, this is a pressure situation. No, it's early on in the game, but still, you don't want to squander opportunities when you have the runner at third and ain't nobody out. 1-2 pitch. Jillian out to deep right center. Get out of here. That ball is going to be a ground rule double. Into right center field. It's 1-0. Jillian does her job. I know you couldn't really see it because the gimbal wasn't moving, but take my word for it, it was a one-hopper over the wall. As Bridie Bricker is up. I told you don't want to waste and squander opportunities like that. And sure enough, we did not. Jillian good. Quad shedding there with 2 strikes. Hitting one in right center. You got some softballs in, and they're going to get some over there as well. So Jillian's at second here. 2 gone. Bridie Bricker, who was OAC hitter of the week. I believe last week. I almost assumed last week, but I think it was, I believe, last week. Ball one. Matters might be afraid of Bridie. And for good reason. Once again, reigning OAC hitter of the week. 1 ball, no strikes, 1-0 contest. We got the lead, and Jones going to make it down third without a slide and without a throw. 2-0. Bridie's still waiting. Now the pitch. She is way in the driver's seat now. 3-0. Obviously, I wouldn't swing here, but we'll see what she does. I know I'm very conservative on a 3-ball, no strike count. Can't swing here. Here comes a pitch. Ball 4, that's why. That is why. Joey at third, Bridie at first. Lexi Coggins is up. She can bust this thing wide open if it ain't already. 1-0 score here. We still have a threat. But remember, they had runs at the corners 2 outs and didn't get anybody. Lexi watches strike 1. It's 0-1 to the center fielder. Again, Joey at third, Bridie at first. 2 gone. Joey connected with a general double to cash in. Sam, as this one is a strikeout too. Uh-oh. This isn't a lost cause of an inning, of course. We took the lead. We got the first run of the ball game. And stranded 2 is always tough. 0-2. And we might do that. It's popped up first base side, but it goes foul. Second wife, perhaps, for Lexi Coggins. Bridie, of course, walked on 4 pitches. Pitch. Ball. Looks like Bridie tries to jump start it. Maybe to catch the catcher off guard. Maybe catch the pitcher Abigail Metters off guard. I don't know. I do know that's 1-2. And we'll do it all over again. Been a battle. Getting sent once again. That one misses, I believe. Says 1-2 up there. As Matters lets it go. Fouled again. You talk about good at bat. Lexi Coggins is doing just that. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bridie at first, Joey at third. 2 gone. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 balls, 2 strikes. With it, Steph Moran's waiting on deck. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Really been a battle to say the least. 3-2 to Lexi. Bridie's gonna jump start, I know that. Lexi Coggins waiting for the payoff. Here it comes. She walked her. Bases loaded. 2 gone. And this indeed Steph Moran. Steph trying to make it at least 2-0. Anything that sits down the outfield, I assume a gapper will make it 3-0, as this one's a strikeout one. Joey at third, Bridie at second, Lexi at first, 2 gone in the bottom half of the first. Ball 1 misses low. 1 cashed in already this inning. This is the 7th batter of the inning and the number 7 hitter. Steph is ahead 2-1. We're going crazy over there in the dugout. There's a 2-1 pitch coming up. Hot shot, center field, sit down, base hit, 1 runs in. Bridie's thinking about scoring the 2nd run, and it's 3-0. Good hitting there by Steph Moran with the line shot in the center. And the threat is still alive as Mia Madama's up. 3-0, 2 on, 2 out, 8th batter of the inning. Mia's going to take 1-0. Mia is a sophomore from North Royalton, so we'll see what the former Bear has in stock. Pitch. Strike 1-1, it's all right. You talk about what could have been quite easily a no-run inning for us. 2 strikes, 2 outs. Joey Razor, and then she hits the ground rule double, then some walks. And now it's 2-1, and then a 2-run single by the one at first and Steph Moran. This could be a disaster for the Wolverines, at least in game one. It might set the tone for game two. 3-1. Because you don't want to waste all the runs in one game. Now you're having a doubleheader hangover, I guess, but we'll see how it fares. We won't be broadcasting the second game as it's a full count run. We'll have a jump start. Sabrina, I believe, is waiting patiently on deck. If she comes up, it's 3-2 gone here in the inning. Pitch runners go. And she walked her. Everybody's coming up to the plate in this inning. My goodness, as the catcher's going to talk things over with Metters. And everybody, everybody's going to have a talk right there. Wonder if they're going to lift the pitcher or whatnot. It's been quite a disaster lately. She's given up the last 5 base runners. Sabrina Burke. This thing's already busted wide open, but you know what? Sabrina says, why not make it more, perhaps? Lexi at third, Steph at second, Mia at first. 2 gone. What's been a lopsided ball game so far. 9th batter of the inning. Sabrina Burke. Outfield positioned in out here. Strike one. Good job there by Metters. She's in deep trouble if one of this thing become a disaster of an inning if it ain't already. Bases loaded, 2 out, 3-0 score. And she's a strike away from finally ending this inning. My goodness. I don't want it to end. Well, every good thing must come to an end, as we all know. And come to an end here, unfortunately. Sabrina Burke, 0-2. Ah, good eye. So she'll keep it alive for the time being. 1-2. She's now on 2 strike counts with 2 outs. And she finally gets that elusive third out. Not the inning she had planned, but it was definitely an inning we had in mind. 3-0. We'll have the top of the order due up in the second. But this is the top of the second, not bottom of the second. Believe it will be 6, 7, 8-2 up for Grove City. Their bats might be a little bit cold out there. At least I assume they're a little bit cold. So we have Marissa Hall with some time off. Marissa, the senior from East Canton High School in Paris, Ohio. Not Texas or France, of course. There's a Paris, Texas, of course. This is Ohio. Aren't too many D3 schools in Texas, if I'm not mistaken. No, there are a lot here in this state. 0 in Florida. Let that sink in, folks. No D3 schools in the state of Florida. State of sunny Florida. Rachel Zona's up. Zona from Newcastle High School in Newcastle, Pennsylvania. Ball 1, Marissa fires a little bit high. It's the second inning, but judging by how that first inning went, this game might be a long one for Grove City. This might be a long day altogether. One, how are you? No, you're good, you're good. 1 ball, 1 strike. Marissa Hall is ready. Here she goes. Foul back. 1-2. 1-2 to Rachel Zona. She only stands at 5'2", and she's not the smallest on the team. That goes to Abby Stouffer. These 5-1s. There's a roller to short, easy play there. Throw down, first one gone. Good job right there by Lucia to get that first out of the inning. Kyla Campbell is up. Again, it's 6-7-8 for those Wolverines. They stranded 2 in the first. Swing and a miss, nothing and 1. Still in high spirits, the Wolverines. They had to travel a good chunk out west, or west, as Patrick from SpongeBob says it best. We'll flare the third one hop this time, throw down 2 gone. Good play by Mia, and Marissa's got 2 quick outs. Kristen Tush, she's the batter. Number 19, she's from Chippewa Valley High School in Clinton Township, Michigan. Tush in an 0-1 count. Wind starts to die down a little bit. Now it starts to pick up again. 0-1. Well outside, 1-1. 1-1. Kristen Tush waiting. She's going to boop one high in the air. Can Brady catch it? No. Now Marissa a strike away from a 1-2-3 inning. But remember, she was a strike away from a 1-2-3 inning in the first. And just gave up 2 base runners after that, 2 hits after that. But got that third out before any of them could score. So there's that. It is 1 ball, 2 strikes, and it becomes a little flare out to shallow, often caught, which are responsible for 2 of the 3 outs. In fact, all 3 outs on the left side of the infield. We got ourselves a 3-0 lead down in order to go the Wolverines out there. Sam Pierkowski leading off. Followed by, I believe, Lucia after that would be Maddie. We're just having fun out there. And when you're up 3-0, who can blame you? Obviously dancing, having fun. That's always a good sight to see, but we won't be dancing for long because we're going to have to get back out there. Of course, Highland Baseball at Revere today. We're undefeated. How about that, folks? The Hornets are undefeated in high school baseball. Coach Jay Grissom doing a dandy as always. He's one of the finest coaches in Northeast Ohio and the state. Remember, 7 years ago, he took us to the Final Four. One of the greatest runs in Highland High School history for any sport, maybe only triumphed only by perhaps the state championship in volleyball in '81, which I was not alive for. Last year's girls soccer run to the state finals. Sam Peter Koski, as we got back in the action, fouls one off the tree. Oh, and got inside here. Pitch coming up. Sam's going to ground one in the whole center base hit. Good job there by the center field to prevent that one from getting past as Lucia Wolford's up. 1 on, nobody out. Sam is 2 for 2 in this contest. Having herself a dandy, a triple, and a single. Halfway through the cycle, of course. Ball 1 upstairs to Lucia. Runner at first. Here ain't nobody out. See if Sam tries to swipe second. She's got wheels, as we know by now. So, in fact, that she runs up to the ball. Strike 1, 1-1. If you're just tuning in, it's a 3-0 ball game where we have the lead, and Just really been doing good. It's only the second inning, too. 2-1. Good job there by the catcher, Tosh, to prevent the ball from escaping from her, but it's 2-1. Wind moving in from left field to right field today. Oh, she swung at that as it's way back, but foul. 2-2. Nobody out. Is there anybody in the bullpen for those Wolverines? It does not look like there is. Here comes the pitch. And it's a full count. Maddie's patiently waiting on deck. Will she come on with 1-on, 1-out? 2 on, 2 out, no one on, no one out. No one on, 2 out. We'll see in a minute. Payoff coming up, run goes. There's one in high, the air on off center. That ball is misplayed. He'll get away from her. That'll make it perhaps 4-0 as here comes Sam Peter Koski ready to score. All right. Misjudged by the center fielder, Noel Anthony. Was a tough look out there as Lucia Wolford hit that one with enough hang time, but Anthony at the bow of the sun. She doesn't even have a visor out there. That's a little surprising. That is surprising. No visor for Anthony. That may have come back to hurt her. Because now it's a double, which I assume it will be a double and not an error because I don't think she touched the ball. 1 ball, no strikes. It's 4-0. The number 25 team in the country ahead. That's us, of course. Strike 1, 1-1. Maddie Lester. She does a dandy. As does everybody on this team. At least this season, of course, at all time. 1-2, the count. Ain't nobody out. Well, Maddie, how good is she, folks? She does really well. Of course, she had a home run in the only game we've broadcast this season. And she's going to line one out to left center. That's going to make it 5-0. Almost had herself another one right on cue. Throw down to second. She slides foot first. And we got ourselves a 5-0 cushion. And here Grove State trying to communicate with each other. They're struggling, to say the least. Joanne, who kicked off the first inning scoring-wise with an RBI ground rule double, is up. There's still nobody out here in this second inning. Joanne's going to lay off 1-0. 5-0 our score here in beautiful Berea, Ohio. There is still nobody out. Joanne bloops one up to right field. This should be catchable. And the runner tags heads down third, and they threw it down to first. That's surprising. Why didn't she throw it down third? I don't know, but I'm not going to complain. Because Maddie's now at third and fly ball ought to make it 6-0. Bridie Brickers up. She does a good job. I see the outfield position back. Bridie takes 0-1. 2 runs cashed in the second, 3 in the first. Hopefully there will be more where that came from. Bridie, try and make sure there's more where that came from. 0-1, Bridie in an 0-2 hole. Remember, we had a massive 2-out round, so even if there's 2 outs, and even if we don't score again, we still had a very productive inning, to say the least. Good eye, making it 1-2. Here's All's going to love this. She has a lot of time off. She has a giant lead to work with. Pitch coming up, 1-2. Hitting the air out to right center. This ought to get the job done. It is. Oh, it's dropped. That's going to be trouble. And it'll be a 1-out double. And the ball is going to roll all the way to left field. Nice effort by Noel Anthony. Got perfect 10 from the judges, but nothing else. Lexi Coggins is up. Friday at second, one gone. Lexi, strike one. Chances are it probably won't be a Grove City comeback today. They gotta regroup for game two after looking ugly so far in this game as this one's low, 1-1. It happens. There is that. And they're still a good team as Metters is still trying to get that second out. Still a good team. They're 20-7 after all. They're just playing a team that's number 25 in the country. Two balls, one strike, one out. Here it comes. Ooh, it made it off target, 3-1. I apologize. Nightmare continuing for Abigail Metters. 3-1. That one's in the center. Anthony's not going to get there. That's going to two-hop the wall and make it a touchdown. And a point after attempt to 0. The hit parade continues. Lexi Coggins delivers yet again. Stuff will come up. You don't believe me? Look at that, folks. 7-0, and it's only the bottom half of the second. They have the mercy rule before you can say we may have the mercy rule. Stuff is waiting. And oh my, it's caught, and that finally ends the inning. Nice unassisted double play, but we just scored 4 more runs. I don't think we're done yet. Hit hard right there as doubled up was Lexi. Stuff winded hard out there as we reach the third inning and a 7-0 affair. Good guys on top as you see some of our players getting some steps in, I guess you might say. One of them have fun. And you're up 7-0, obviously you're going to be having a lot of fun. Let us dance around, have a blast. Always good whenever the good guys have themselves a touchdown and PAT cushion. It's just that this is softball, not football. That makes it even better. They have 9, and then back to top the order. Marissa Hall back out there, unsurprisingly. As the number 25 team in the country, really doing a dandy. Lexi Gray is in for Bridie, I believe. Lexi, the freshman from Talmadge, is state champion with the Blue Devils. So there is that. Lexi fires one down. Annika Reinhardt kicks things off as they are trying to eat this elephant of a deficit one bite at a time. Reinhardt, a senior outfielder from Fort Cherry High School, McDonald, Pennsylvania. Marissa fires it low. There's Brecken Daniel, the freshman from Berea Mid Park. High in the air, Jillian, plenty of time, one gone. That was easy. Montone's up. Evelyn Montone. First pitch coming up to her. She will hit one foul, heads up. And home run distance, perhaps. Just going way too early there, Evelyn Montone. Monton on 0-1. Reaches out, rolls 1/3. She might find herself on base, and she will. That was not going to be an easy play there for me. It's a 30, 40-foot single. Looks like that's number 16, I believe, Alexis Jackson. Jackson. Strike one. 0-1 to Alexis Jackson. Once again, she's a Coventry Comet. As the 0-1 coming up is fouled back. And it's a 0-2 count. Double plays are so hard to get in softball, considering how close you are to the action. How close it is from home plate to first and first to second, obviously. I mean, we did see it all play today, but that was just on a line out. 1-2. I mean, ground ball would be nice. I don't know if we can get the double play. Of course, that's kind of rare in softball, as mentioned. 1-2 strikes to Jackson, and here it comes. She will. Whoop one, first base side. Jones going to watch that thing go out of play. Once again, it's 7-0 ball game. Good guys just crushing the Wolverines out here. At least in the first game. Let's hope we can do it again. Second game, I think we can. High in the air out to left. Sam Pierkowski. Thank God that thing wound up going foul. That would not have been good. Had that thing sat down in foul fair territory. Bracken's still warming up out there. She does a good job. She's from Bremen Park as a freshman, as mentioned earlier. Popped up, Jillian. Got it. Nice catch. 2 gone. That was not easy. Miguel Matters is up. The 6'2 sophomore. Oh, that gets away from Lexi. Runner's going to easily make it down second. Thought about going down third, but obviously did not. You can only assume Brecken's going to check in the second game, which is why she's warming up in the makeshift bullpen. I guess there aren't real bullpens like at Highland. But there is AstroTurf, like at Highland, which is grass. 1 strike. Upstairs. Good job by Lexi to secure that 2-1. Now the wind dying down once again. I mean, it's been really cold and windy to say the least. 2-1 your count as Marissa gives up a line shot to short, 1 hop this time, 3 gone. Again, it is Lucia Wolford playing short on that. We've played 2.5, and it's still a 7-0 contest. You see it right there, folks. Ooh, how I'd hate to be the Grove City Wolverine right now. Odds are you're not winning this one. It'll be 8, 9, and 1, 2 up for the good guys. Sam's going to come up 3 times. And it's only the 3rd inning. Last, of course, Coach Spencer says you've had enough today. Won't be surprised if he does that. And this has really been a phenomenal team, a phenomenal season. Of course, 21-2. Probably going to go 22-2 on the season, barring a meltdown out here. Maybe 23-2 if we can keep it up. They got someone new in the circle trying to stop the bleeding. Can't tell who it is from this angle. That yellow line's blocking the number for me as well. But what I can't say is that Matters, of course, no longer in the circle. We're up 7-0, bottom half of the third inning. Good guys doing a dandy. It will be Mia Madama leading off, followed by, well, looks like that's number 6. Would that be Brooke Brody? If not, Kyle Campbell. I think it's Kyle Campbell now that I think about it. Number 14, Cindy Shea is out there playing third. Number 7, Rachel Zona at short, of course. So, yes, I do believe it's Kyle Campbell in the circle as number 14. Sydney Shea checks in at third. And it looks like we're going to have number 27, Sam, lead off for the good guys. Still waiting for the bottom half of the third inning to begin. They're talking things over there. Everybody's staying relaxed. You see some players talking to Campbell is indeed in the circle. Shea is at third because I see number 14 instead of 25. Sam Smearman leading off. Coach Spencer waiting for things to resume once again. 7-0 commanding lead. There's the Berea Mid Park softball field, and of course the Southwest Hospital all the way back there, the white building. Never realized you could see it from here. You could be like the University of Iowa, wave to them. I don't think they could see us though. So the whole thing probably won't work. That's a cool tradition Iowa has. Oh, on to Sam. I don't think anyone can see from over there. At least I assume that. I probably couldn't. Oh, two. Nobody out to Sam. We'll see what she can do out here. I assume she'll take over as third, as Mia was playing third earlier today. And Sam Bloops winning a shot, starting out, sits down for a base hit. All right, we did it again. Mia Stryzak leads off, or comes up, excuse me. Mia Stryzak. She stands, actually, I don't know what she stands at, but I do know she's also from Berea Mid Park. So see a bunch of substitutions is always a good thing, especially when you're doing really phenomenal out here. Stryzak fouls the first pitch. Oh, and that it off the top of the netting back there. Mia's waiting, excuse me. Mia Stryzak. And she's gonna half swing and foul. Looks like she stopped 3/4 of the way through. 0-2 to Mia. Kyle Campbell trying to hang a donut, something Metters couldn't do in the first or second. She gave up 3 in the first, 4 in the second. Good job to fight it foul there by Mia. And it remains 0-2. 7-0 our score here in Berea once more. Kyle Campbell, a junior from Glendale High School in Altoona, Pennsylvania. And there's one out of the left center field. It's caught, however. Could not hit any harder than that, folks. It could not have had a more inconvenient spot. Sam is up once again, 2 for 2, a triple and a run, a single and a run. No RBIs to her credit. Of course, she led off both innings. Ball one. Obviously, they're afraid of her, considering the fact that she's burned those Wolverines. If I were a Grove City Wolverine, I'd be scared of her too. She's fast. You know that. You know that as a fact. She's going to fall down way back. One ball, one strike, one out. Mia lined out to left. That was the only out so far this inning. Even if we don't score this inning, I mean, we got a cushion. You talk about something nice, 7-0. Sam Peterkowski, 2 ball, 1 strike count. She is also from Berea Mid Park, so 3 Berea Mid Park Titans led off this inning. I see Brecken, another Titan right there, as it's 3-1. 3-1 the count to Sam. Getting set once again. Comes a pitch. Ball 4. All right, so obviously they're afraid of her. Lucia Wolford will stride in. Sam at second, Sam at first. Pretty simple, folks. Brecken right there. We'll see what she has in stock in the game later today. If she is in the circle, I don't know because I won't be there. Lucia Wolford, ball 1 upstairs. 2 on, 1 out here in the 3rd inning. This has really been a good day for us, obviously. We're really killing the Wolverines so far, as it is a strike 1-1. I mean, you've seen stranger things happen in softball, but you're up 7-0, you're cooking, and you got 2 on, 1 out. Chances are you may not even get to band those 6. So it's a 2 ball, 1 strike count. She'll try and cash in yet another. Wouldn't that be nice, folks? Pitch coming up. 3-1 upstairs. Maddie's on deck. She would be next. 3-1, and the outfield position back for Lucia. There's a shortstop for us, of course. 3-1. Kyla Campbell gives up a little flare out to shallow right. It is caught. I think they call an infield fly on that. So it's Maddie's turn to bat. We have another 2-out rally in stock. We did in the first. We'll see if we do it again. Maddie up the air and caught by the shortstop. So they got us to score 0 in that 3rd inning. How about that? I'm a little disappointed. We're not disappointed about that. Marissa Hall's going to be back out there. We got ourselves a 7-0 lead. So disappointing end to that 3rd inning, but when you're up by a touchdown and a PAT, obviously you won't be that disappointed. So we're going to have Mia take over somewhere out there. At second, Mia is going to be there. So Mia at second, which is still at short. Sam, I assume, taking over at 3rd. And look at that. Kyla Campbell definitely has to be happy with how that 3rd inning went. We cannot be happy with how this game's going. Marissa back out there to nobody's surprise. As the good guys really taking it to him. Number 7, Lexi Gray, of course, our catcher. '24, Emma Covert leads off. Covert, a sophomore. And that's 1 out. 7-0 once again. Top half of the fourth. We're waiting for good weather. Pitch coming up. Strike 1-1. You see a lot of people in winter jackets out here. It's mid-April, for heaven's sake. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. I don't think Marissa has a strikeout today. That's unbelievable, of course. We haven't struck out yet, but Marissa hasn't struck out anyone yet either. Ooh, fouled back. Still a 1 ball, 2 strike count. Been a good day for the Brown and Gold Brigade, obviously. Ahead 7. Might have a mercy rule kick in. 1-2. And there's your first strikeout of the ball game. Got her swing. The cover jogs back to the dugout. I believe it's Noah Anthony now up. Anthony had a bit of a rough inning in the second day, but rough second inning. And she might get on base, but it's corralled and a good throw there, 2 gone. But Gia Wolford does it again. She's been a busy shortstop today. There ain't no denying that as Rachel Zona is up. Not a big roster for those Wolverines. I will admit that. Back, look at that, folks. Not too many people that can fit right there. I know we have a lot more spacing and our font is bigger, but still, it feels like we always have big rosters for any sport, really. On 0-1, it misses 1-1. Rachel Zona, they're cheering her on. She fouls that one just barely. It's 1-2. So Marissa trying to get another 1-2-3 inning. She only had 1-1-2-3 inning today. That was in the second. Marissa gets ready, winds back, and now leans in as that one's fouled back. See everybody right there just having fun. Always good to see that because the good guys always do a good job, especially this season. Marissa can't get the strikeout yet. It's upstairs 2-2. 2-2 to Rachel Zona. Now the pitch coming up. Lower and a left base hit. Good job there by Sam to get down and get it. Kyla Campbell is up. A good job there by Rachel Zona. First pitch. Swing and miss, so on. I was thinking the other day, yesterday, I said it during the lacrosse game, but the old grind's going to come to a halt soon, like a month from now. On up until early August, of course, when sports are back at Highland, and eventually September when sports are back at BW. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 balls, 1 strike. All right. Marissa Hall, of course, in the circle. 4 o'clock the time as the pitch comes up. That one's high up the elevator shaft. This should be caught by Lucia. 3 gone. Well, I've said it earlier today. I'm going to say it again. Lucia's been very busy playing short today. Lots of balls heading in her direction, whether it's a hopper or a grounder or a pop out, like in that case scenario. I don't know if you can see scoreboard or whatnot, but it says 7-0 right there. There we go. It's been a long day for those Wolverines, and once again, they're not a bad team. They're not a bad team. They're 20-7 on the season. Not to mention the fact that they're 11-3 in their conference. I don't know what conference they're in. They might be in the President's Athletic Conference, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know, but what I do know is that it is indeed 7-0. Well, a lot of fun being had by us. Not too much fun being had by those Wolverines. They've only had 4 hits. We've had 7 runs just for comparison. Way more than 4 hits, I'll tell you that. I've lost count. We're back. Lexi Valent leads off. Lexi in for, I believe, Jillian, because Maddie popped out. Lexi obviously going to take strike 1. That's usually what you do when you're pinch hitting. Usually you watch the first pitch. Lexi waiting the 0-1, and she's going to boop that one. It is foul. Nice hustle there by the catcher and Kristen Tosh, but she could not get there. Now Kelly Campbell might get the leadoff man going for the first time today against us as the 0-2. She does just that. Lexi down looking. She can't believe it, but obviously when you're up by 7, everything's all good. Speaking of number 7, it's Lexi Gray up. So we got a lot of other players in now, non-starters, I ought to say. I mean, when you're up 7-0, obviously you can get away with it. Strike 1, 0-1. 4 strikes down, 5 more to go. And what do you know, an immaculate inning, I believe. What if there wasn't a ball when Lexi struck out? 0-1, the pitch. And it looks like she won't get it because that one misses low. Lexi Gray, of course, the catcher today for us. Well, she's in for Bridie Bricker. One coming in once again, 1 ball, 1 strike. Getting ready to pitch. Sharp ground ball to short, easy play there. Throw down to first. Offline, but 2 gone nonetheless. Lexi's up. See what Lexi does here. Yeah, 7-0. We need another run or 2. I'm just saying. Guy Campbell's doing a dandy of a job right now. That is a strike to Lexi Coggins, 0-1. 2 gone. We're at least halfway through this thing. At most halfway through this thing, I ought to say. Sharp ground ball back up the middle. They won't get a 1-2-3 inning as it's a single in the center for Lexi. Steph Moraz, who lined down into a double play last time. That was way back in the second inning. Feels like an eternity ago, considering the fact that we did not score in the third, and we're in danger of not scoring again in this inning. First pitch. Stop and an 0-1 count. 0-1. Getting ready once again. That's Kyle Campbell. High in the air, shallow right. That ball is foul. Now she's a strike away from her second shutout inning of work underneath her belt. Kyle Campbell looking to do it out there. Stuff would love to get something. Lexi at first, 1-2 upstairs. I think Stuff is the 7 hitter. Yeah, she is. All right, once again the pitch. Sharp roller third. It's foul, unfortunately. That thing had trouble running all over it. We're still cheering and chanting and going crazy over there on the third base dugout. In the third base dugout, I ought to say. That one rolls. A good block there by Tash, preventing the run from dancing down an extra 60. Obviously, that's something you gotta do. Can't run on that. 2-2. There's a sharp ground ball through the legs into left. Here's a throw down to third safe, and nobody's going to go down to second. That's an E6. Right through her legs. That's always tough. Sam Smearman, who has a hit today. Sam trying to make it perhaps 8-0, 9-0, who knows? That's not going to make it 8-0, 9-0. That's going to be foul, actually, on 1. Sam 1 for 1 today. She's the number 8 hitter for the good guys. She pinch hit, of course. 0-1, 2 gone, 2 on. Lexi at third, Stuff at second. These runs will be unearned if they come in because of the error by Zona. 1-1. Yes, Rachel Zona is indeed at short. Kyle Campbell obviously in a mop-up situation, so not much she can do here. Sam fouls it. Now she's a strike away from getting out of this inning unharmed yet again. It was the third inning as well. We had 2 on, 2 on, can't get anyone home. It might happen again. Actually, we have had a strikeout if I'm not mistaken. Galaxy Valent. 2 strike hitters, what we say. Let's hope that's true for Sam Smearman. Ooh, good. She thought about swinging that bat, but she didn't. 2-2, 2 out. 2 on. But 0 cashed in this inning. 7-zip. Number 25 in the country, really doing phenomenal. This one up in the air, shallow center. It is caught. So good redemption there by Rachel Zona. She commits an error that put 2 on and 2 out, but she once again redeems herself with a nice, easy catch. Yep, you can see the scoreboard. It says 7-0. We didn't score again in that fourth inning. Once again, I said it a few seconds ago. Third inning, we had 2 on, 2 out. Nobody came in. Fourth inning, we had 2 on, 2 out. Nobody came in. Lexi is now at first as Marissa takes over once again in the circle. She has 4 shutouts to her credit. Obviously, they're in trouble, Grove City. This has not been their game. We'll see if the second game is a change of scenery for them. Oh boy, that's not working. There we go. Try to see if I could fit it between that chain link fence. Obviously, I cannot. Kristen Tash will check in as the leadoff hitter for those Wolverines. And Kristen Tash, well, I think she wants. They're going to peel down to first. I think it's a strike anyways, 0-1. I mean, obviously it wasn't a strike, but I think she went around as one, man. 0-1, the pitch. Popped up, racing for Alexi. It's foul. 0-2, nobody out. It's the fifth inning here in beautiful Berea, Ohio. Getting ready once again, Marissa Hall. She lets it go. Oh, that was nasty, but it didn't hit the zone. 1-2. Nice try, nice try. I don't think Tush was anticipating it, but luckily for her, it's ball one. This one's fouled back. Yeah. Marissa Hall having herself a good one. 4 hits given up. 4 shutout innings under her belt. And it looks like that might be done with as this one's out to left center. It is out of here. Kristen Tash launches one. So the dugout empties, and the Wolverines will not go down without a fight, obviously. They're obviously pretty thrilled about that. Shutout gone. With a good pitching performance by Marissa, still alive. Monica Reinhardt is up. Only thing you can do as a pitcher, regroup and get back in it. First pitch. Strike, come on. Obviously, you gotta stay relaxed if you're Marissa. I mean, obviously, if I'm Marissa, I mean, if I'm me, of course, which I am, I'm not that good staying relaxed, but obviously, Marissa's much more calmer than I am, obviously. Otherwise, it wouldn't be nothing in 2 right now. To Monica Reinhardt, the number 9 hitter. Pitch coming up. Has to dance out of the way. It's 1-2. Still winning, but only by 6 now. Top half of the 5th. Pitch coming up. That one's fouled way back. And I mean way back, I mean way backwards. Of course. It is still 1 ball, 2 strikes. Monica Reinhardt. In a 2 ball, 2 strike count. It's all right, folks. I'm getting so once again, that is Marissa. Line shot back over the middle, base hit, and again, Grove City does not want to go away quietly. It's only the 5th inning, but it's 7-1. Evelyn Montone. She's the batter. We have Montone's out left today. Marissa. There's one out to straightaway center. I don't think we're going to get there. Off the wall on a hop. Throw down, cut off. Good throw down to third and gets past Sam. Now they got runners in scoring position. Ain't nobody out, and they really have a shot at getting back in this contest. Good hitting there by Evelyn Montone. Now it's Alexis Jackson who's playing first today. Jackson watches. It's 1-0. Marissa just needs 1 out. Anything. Get back in this inning. Missed again. 2-0. I mean, you're up 7-1, so obviously it's not the end of the world if they score a run or two, but still, obviously gonna be a little bit frustrating. Here's a pitch, 2-0. That might make it 7-2, and oh, they got runners all in trouble now. And who's out? Number 11, Evelyn Montone's on. I am the foggiest what that was all about. But number 16, Alexis Jackson, moves down to third, I guess. That's what the doctor ordered and out. Sydney Shea. She's a freshman from Hollidaysburg, Pennsylvania. Ball one misses upstairs. Been a good one for us. 6-run lead. Maximum lead 7 for us. That happened in the bottom half of the second. Thought it'd be a little bit more than 7-0, considering how those first 2 innings went. But 2-0 the count. Obviously, things still going swell for us. Sydney Shea. She's waiting to Marissa. Oh, that's a check swing right in front of the plate. Throw down to first. I'm surprised about that. 2 gone. Runners in scoring position once more. Good job there by Lexi Gray to get there, and a good job by Lexi Valent to reach up and secure the ball. Emma Covert is up. Covert, as they're trying to get something cooking. Oh, dance out of the way there. Emma Covert, I don't blame her. That one would have crushed her toes, her feet at least. 1-0. We're sending out away from really limiting damage out here. High up in the air. Does Lexi have room? I don't think she does. 1-1. 1-1, 2 out. 1 cashed in. It is number 18, Reinhardt at third. Jackson at second. Excuse me. Reinhardt at third. Jackson at second. Here comes the 1-1. And now it's 1-2. Everything you need to know right there. 7-1. Top half of the fifth. 2 out, 2 strikes. Getting ready once again. Now here comes Marissa's 1-2. Popped up. This should get us out of it. Lexi Valent makes the catch. All right. So damage limited. That looked like it was going to be a disaster of an inning for Marissa. Leadoff home run, then a single, then a double, and then they couldn't get anything else after that. So, hey, I'll take that every day of the week. Well, there's everything right there. 7-1 as I'm trying to straighten it out. Been a lot of fun for us. Grove City had a threat. Couldn't do much with it. Just 1 run. Looks like it'll still be Kyle Campbell out there for those Grove City Wolverines, who are 6 outs away from dropping the first game of this doubleheader. So there is that. Who knows? Might be a little fewer, depending on what happens in this inning. Nina Stryzak leads off for the Brown and Gold Brigade, the oldest and greatest university in America. We're really having a lot of fun right now. Well, I'm pretty sure we all know that by now. Mia bloops one high in the air, first base side. Jackson watches it go out of play. Nice try by everybody out there. As it is 0-1 to Mia. Lots of reserves in for us. Oh no, I think I see Sam on deck. Here's try Zach in a 1-ball, 1-strike count. We're cheering on Mia. Getting sent once again. The pitch. Mia hits one and off center. Now sit down for a base hit. And we got one on with nobody out. Sam has 2 hits and a walk to her credit. Really doing a good job today. We didn't get a single run in the 3rd or 4th inning. Like to change it here in the 5th, of course. I mean, we're up 7-1, but still, Sam is going to whiff a 1. Only 1 run for them. I believe they have 7 hits, Grove City. So they've squandered a good chance of opportunities, but they haven't really had too many good ones. They've just had 1 hit per inning, seemingly. Sam found that really their only threat came in the 5th inning with that leadoff home run and runs at scoring position with nobody out, I believe. 0-2 pitch. Sam is going to go up the middle. That could be 2. That's only 1, though. Because, like I said, it's so hard to get double plays in softball. Well, cheers up. So Sam's retired, or part of a fielder's choice, let me say, for the first time today. She will not get a hit. Well, cheer. Try and get something going. I think she's 2 for 3 in this contest as it's 0-1. No, she's 1 for 3. I stand corrected. 0-1 upstairs. Dugout singing, having fun. Obviously, when you're having fun, that means you're usually doing well. That's been the case for one of the good guys today. Hot shot, left field, caught. Again, could not hit that more inconvenient spot. Maddie Oster's up. Maddie, the former Boardman Spartan. This is from East Cannon. There's striking 1. Maddie. And an 0-1 count, of course. And again, Kyle Campbell might get her 3rd shutout inning. Man, oh man. Coach Kristen Kramer's got to be kicking herself thinking, man, if I only had her in the 1st or 2nd innings, who knows what would have happened. Throw down 2nd. I won't surprised they did that. Just in there, Sam Peterkowski. 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Maddie. Here comes the pitch. Bouncer to 3rd and gobbled up by shortstop. Throw down 1st. 3 gone. Well, yeah. You talk about really stopping the bleeding. Kyla Campbell's done just that. 3 innings, 0 runs. She's given up a fair share of hits, but the most important thing for her, 0 runs. You see it right there. We'll see if Marissa comes back out. Marissa, is she out there? Yes, Marissa Hall is indeed out there. Top half of the sixth inning. Brown and Gold Brigade 7, Grove City Wolverines just a measly 1. It came in the fifth inning, though, so they may have momentum. Let's hope they don't. But you never know what can happen in a game of D3 softball, of course. Chilly day out here in beautiful Berea, Ohio. Think the weather will be better tomorrow and Friday. Noel Anthony leads off. 7-1. Anthony takes 0-1. We've both pitchers not in the circle today have 1 strikeout apiece. Both teams 1 strikeout apiece. That's going to be a diving effort by Lucia, but comes up empty-handed. It's a base hit. Rachel Zona is up. Nobody in the bullpen, of course. A little surprised by that. A little surprised that Marissa's still out there. She's given up 8 hits today. Strike 1. But the most important thing is she's only given up just 1 run. But half those hits have come within the 5th inning or later. It's a 7-inning ball game. Don't worry, folks. Nobody's coming yet. Oh, it's a beautiful bunt. Every boy's going to get on base as Marissa's going to have to eat it. Who's up next? I believe that'll be Kyla Campbell trying to help out her own cause. She's got 2 on, 0 and out. Kyla Campbell. Whiffs, so 1. She's got number 13, Anthony, at second. And number 7, Zona, at first. Nobody out. No one coming up. Upstairs, 1-1. You see everything right there on the scoreboard. It was early attacks for us, but nothing going to the third inning onwards. They've outscored 1-0 since then. And that one's fouled back, making it 1 ball, 2 strikes. Kyla Campbell. Campbell fouls it again. We'll try it again. Marissa, a good pitcher, of course. She's usually doing a dandy, and by usually I mean always doing a dandy. She entered today with an ERA of 2.14 and a 13-1 record. Maddie's got a 4-1 record. Pitch. She missed 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes here in the 6th inning where it's a 6-run contest. Marissa Hall ready. Here she comes. 2-2. That one's in the air to left. It's going to be caught. Ain't no boy dancing down. Sam Peterkoski, good catch. Boy, did we need that after the first 2 batters got on base. Kristen Tesh is up. Kristen Tesh. And that one is going to be outside 1-0. Getting ready once again. Marissa on 1-0. Fires a strike. All right, 1-1. We are once again nationally ranked in the country, trying to keep it up, trying to pick up another win. Only 2 losses to Muskingum, and I believe the other one was a neutral game. Strike 2-1-2. It was indeed a neutral game. We have not lost at home yet. 6-0 on the season. So there is that. Getting ready once again. Here comes a pitch, and that one's fouled. Tesh still on. She ran up. Obviously, that one wasn't winding up in foul territory. They're having fun. And crack the bat, and that's a ball game again. That's scary. Ooh, nice try. 2-2. That was indeed a good pitch by Kristen Tesh. Doesn't Tesh have the long ball today? I think she does. That's the scary part. She's not afraid to do it again. But she won't do it again. 2 gone. Much needed. Out number 2 right there. So Reinhardt is up after Tesh, who homered last inning, struck out. 1-1, 1-0. Been a good game for us, and Grub City showing a lot of heart out there. They haven't quit yet. 1 ball, no strikes. Marissa Hall. Guns 1 low. Lexi, of course, behind the plate. It's like they're practicing out there all the way back there, far side. 2-0 coming up. 3-0. She's in danger of walking her first bat of the ball game, but more importantly, having the bases loaded with 2 outs. Getting set once again. Marissa Hall, 3-0. Obviously, had to take 3-1. Sun is out, so there is that. 3 balls, 1 strike. Getting ready once again. Here comes the pitch. And it's a full count. Runners will take off. Once upon a time, 3-0. It's 3-2 now. 2 out. Runners at first and second. Try and get that third out of the inning, folks. Marissa Hall. Sharp ground ball in the whole off base hit. Here comes the runner ready to score. Here's the throw to the plate. She is out. Oh my, Sam Peter Koski, what a rifle home. That remains 7-1. That was not easy, folks. Had to gun it home, and they will hang a 0 in that 6th inning. And the question is, can we solve what Kyla Campbell's done today? Kyla Campbell really having herself 3 shutout innings, and had she been in the first and second, who knows, maybe it's 1-0 perhaps Grove City. I mean, good thing she wasn't in first, second inning. Good thing we attacked early, but the first 2 innings have been our only means of offense and scoring today, I ought to say, as it's 7-1. Sam Peter Koski, good throw home. Keeps it a 6-run contest. Vern's definitely going to be kicking herself after that for trying to score. And could you blame her? She actually had not a bad slide home. But the thing was that she was first tagged out. Lexi Valen, our only strikeout victim today, is up. The only one that struck out for us today is up. Let's see, 7-1. Whoa, that's sharp and foul into the left field corner. Good throw there by number 11, Montone. There remains nothing, or as it becomes nothing in one, excuse me. Let's see. Fouls it 0-2. 0-2, nobody out here in the sixth. Good guys ahead. 7-1. Pitch coming up. Woo, rolled at 1-2. It's going to be a really tall task for Grove City to get anything if they come up in the seventh inning. Because, of course, softball games are indeed 7 instead of 9. It won't be easy for them. When they at least 6 as now Kyle Campbell really can't find the zone all of a sudden. Campbell, like Marissa, giving up a lot of base runners, giving up a lot of traffic, but between the two of them, only one run is scored, and that was from Marissa. That one's fouled heads up. There it is. Thank you. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Get it right once again. Lexi smashes one in the left center. That might be trouble. Goes all the way to the wall. She's thinking about second. You know she's going to make it in there. It was too easy for Lexi Van. Coach Spencer talking about something. Might be going with a substitution out there. We don't see Sam Pierkowski in. Or what am I saying? She's not up. Good Lord, what am I saying? Shannon Wyatt. Sam wasn't even due up. What am I saying? Shannon Wyatt is pinch running for the good guys as Lexi Gray is up. Shannon, a sophomore from Westerville Central High School. Lexi, a good softball player, as we know by now. Otherwise, she wouldn't be for the oldest and greatest university in America. But she, oh my, that dropped, and now here comes Shannon down to third. Poorly judged there by the second baseman, not Zona. I think it's not Tush, not Anthony. Escaping my memory. Lexi Coggins is up nonetheless. Earns at the corners, nobody out. Ball 1 misses. Or strike 1, excuse me. Good God, what's wrong with me? I don't know. But do knows that's nothing in 1, and we're up 6 in the 6th. All right, once again, the pitch. Strike 2, 0-2. I think it'd be Macy Lenhart who might be not batting today. I just realized that. Lenhart 5 foot on the dot. She's positioned at second according to my papers. And Lexi is in a 1-2 count. Lexi is at first. Lexi Gray to be exact. Shannon is at third. There's nobody out here in the 6th inning. Getting ready once again. 1-2. 2-2. It's upstairs. I haven't covered too much BW softball this season. I apologize for that. I was going to do the game against Mount, the first game, but I had doctor's appointment, so there was that. Roar to third, foul. Good job there by Lexi Coggins, keeping things alive for the good guys. 6-run lead here in the 6th. Shannon is at third here. There's nobody out. Now Lexi Gray is at first. Lexi Coggins is up. Lexi Coggins is down looking. Steph Moraz is up. See what Steph can do in the bottom half of the 6th. 7-1 our score. Good guys doing phenomenal, to say the least. Stuff Mraz. Strike one. Of course, bang too good for us. Let's hope it continues that way for us. All right, once again. Kyle Campbell gives up a ground ball to third. The throw down deep to first, and two gone. The runners do make it down to scoring possession, and Sam Smearman's up. So it's the number 8 hitter. I somehow remember that. After we had runners at the corners and nobody out, we now have runners in scoring position, nobody out. Nobody scored yet for us. Kyle Campbell working back in the circle. Ball one. She seems to be really cool and calm in these case scenarios. That's just how it seems today. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs. 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs. And of course, 2 others on. And Shannon Wyatt at third and Lexi Gray at second. 2 balls, no strikes, anything at the gap, and we're home. We're going home happy. But that ain't going to happen because that's a pop out right to the catcher. So again, Kyle Campbell really does a good job out there in the circle. She won 4 shutout innings today, bare minimum. And barring a disaster from us, I think that might be all she wrote for her. Unless, of course, they miraculously got 6 runs or more, which, pray the good Lord doesn't happen. We'll see if Marissa Hall's going to check back in the 7th inning, back in the circle or whatnot. But she is still out there. Me, of course, still out there. Jillian's going to check back in for the good guys. Sam is at third, of course, and Marissa is indeed back in the circle. 7-1, top half of the 7th. They need 6. Long day for those Wolverines, but it started off pretty bad, and it's been pretty calm ever since, really. They're not doing a bad job. I know I keep on saying it, but it is true. Evelyn Montone, as it's back to the top of the order for them. 4th time around for Marissa. This one's down the air to center. Looks catchable. 1 gone. 1 pitch, 1 out. Lexi Coggins all over it. Pretty sure that Marissa definitely loves that. There's Alexis Jackson, the first baseman. He's going to pop one up. First base side, Jillian, and we have him down to the last out. 2 pitches, 2 outs. My goodness. I assume the next batter, who's their last hope, will not be swinging at this. Cindy Shea, their last hope. I assume, once again, she won't be swinging. At least, that's what I think. Excuse me, folks, as the first pitch coming up. Strike 1, 0-1. Good day for us, 7-1. All runs came in the first 2 innings. And Sydney Shea is waiting. Now we finally see the action. Ball 1, 1-1. Always good whenever the good guys do a dandy, and that's been the case today. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Sydney Shea hits one in the air out to right center field. That ball is caught, and that's your ball game. Good catch there. I think that was Steph Mraz that caught it.
Final score of 7-1. Game 2 will start in approximately 25 to 30 minutes.
All right, Jeff, here are the papers. Thank you once again.
I like chasing the ball with your on that foul ball. You followed it.
Yeah, thanks, Jeff. Alrighty. Another good one out there for the good guys. There's everybody over there just talking things over. Pretty happy about that. I don't blame them. I'd be happy too. In fact, I am. Tommy Rooney thanking you for choosing WHBW today, your one stop for all things Highland and Baldwin Wallace. I'd like to remind you, tomorrow is a softball game for the Highland Hornets, followed by a boys lacrosse game for the Highland Hornets. And following that will be on, what do you call it, Friday, a second softball game. And before that will be the women's lacrosse game against Marietta. I believe our softball game will be against Otterbein. So as everything comes to an end, I guess I'm Tommy Maroon. I got to get to my night class. I know it's in like less than 2 hours from now, but still. Thanks for watching, everybody. Goodbye from Berea.